All right. This is Politics and Movies. We're back. We're back again. GS, you're back. Tell me about your
Yeah.
back.
Well, in this episode, I'll be voiced by John Goodman because you're the little green round guy.
I mean, I wish John Goodman was in this movie. He's always good.
I wish John Goodman was in everything. He's just
Yeah.
one of those actors.
Yes. So, yeah, we're talking about a movie that does not feature John Goodman. It is Baby Driver from 2017. It is, of course, directed and written by Edgar Wright. And it's a fun, like action thriller romance thing. It's Edgar Wright, so he likes to play around with genre. And he does a little bit in this, but like that's not necessarily the point of this movie, but there is some of it, right? I think that's fair to say.
It's an action movie. It's a Hollywood action movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the stunt driving is fucking nuts in this.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about car chases and car action, but I appreciate it in this movie. All the action choreography is great in this movie.
Yes. Oh my
I would
God.
recommend this movie just on the strength of its action scenes, which is something I've said like maybe once before in my life.
That's fair. All right, so let's get into it a little bit. Let's talk about the cast first. Let's, credit what credit is due. We got Ansel Elgort, John Bernthal, John Hamm, Isa Gonzalez, Lily James, and Jamie
Say
Foxx.
the name. Say his name.
Kevin
Say
Spacey.
it, coward. There
Kevin
we go.
Spacey. There you go. And CJ Jones is great in this as Joe. Oh my God. I love him. Apparently, one fun fact right off the bat, and I just, saw this on IMDb, but like the character Joseph was originally written to be much older, the mid 80s. CJ Jones, who plays Joseph, was discovered and recommended by casting director Francine Maisler. Jones is deaf in real life. Ansel Elgort had to learn sign language to communicate with him, and he does over the course of the filming, and like Edgar Wright incorporated some of that into the movie. And another interesting thing, just like about like the acting in this, usually Edgar Wright tends to be pretty strict, about actors ad-libbing or going off script, but like he let Jamie Foxx throw in the Hotel California line just because Jamie Foxx hates that song apparently.
Oh, it's Jamie Foxx. I mean, I would let him improvise as much as he wants if I'm casting him. He's an asset.
All right, so I guess getting into it, how do you feel about like other than what you've already said, of course? Like,
other than that, I wasn't enthusiastic about it, to be honest.
Okay.
It was really kind of a drag in the first half, especially because I didn't, care about the characters, and I couldn't tell where the plot was going. So in the end, I feel like it's more than anything in the spirit of a 50s movie, which there's a lot of 50s imagery and callbacks in the movie, but it's like the guy he's got a heart of gold, but he finds himself on the wrong side of the tracks because of bad luck and money troubles, and he
and past mistakes.
Does what he has to, but he's trying to stay clean, and then he serves his time, and he gets out and he gets the girl, and they drive away into the sunset. So it's in a way a bit of a patent cliche narrative trajectory.
So you're saying it's just like Lolita. I can cut that as well.
I don't get it.
It just The broad beats of like a guy dealing with some past mistakes and failed relationships, and then eventually he ends up with the girl.
Oh yeah, and then they have a nice big road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot like Lolita, and that they're essentially both road trip movies.
Jesus. I brought that myself. I can't blame any.
I think Lolita needed more action scenes, though, to be honest.
That's fair. It's got the scene with with the Peter Sellers. Doesn't he get shot or something? I don't fucking remember. It's been forever since I saw that movie.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen it at all. I just know it needs more action scenes.
I'm
performatively not watching Lolita.
Any reason not to watch it is a valid. All right. Well, there's
it's in black and white, so it's not a real movie.
Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly.
Any reason?
I guess that's not a valid reason. Fair. Anyway, one thing that for some reason I've seen this movie like 3 times and I never picked up on it before. That the opening when the score starts to play over the logo at the beginning, I never picked up before that for a second it gets shrill and sounds like tinnitus. I thought that was a nice little touch, and apparently subtle enough that I hadn't picked up on it before.
I don't recall exactly what you're referring to, but that rings a bell. So I think no pun intended. So I think I might have noticed that.
Yeah, it was only for like a second or two, but like Edgar Wright likes to drop little things and well, granted he didn't do the score, but like he was probably involved with that decision.
It's foreshadowing.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
I think I like that the movie shows people with various disabilities, but not in a freak show or exploitative sort of way. I like when you've just got a diversity of people in a movie in an organic way, like not in a forced performative, box ticking sort of way.
Yeah, it's very tastefully done.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you heard about tinnitus in a movie and seeing people, communicate in the sign language? I don't know. There's just always something neat about that to me.
Yeah, well, it's funny we were talking about Apple TV because there was a movie a few years back. I believe it won a bunch of awards. It was called Coda, and it was about a deaf family. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and there's a thing about the metal drummer that I keep meaning to get around to watching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great one with Riz Ahmed. The Sound of Metal or whatever it's called, something like that.
Yeah, The Sound and the Fury. That's right.
I saw it. It was good. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's worth seeing.
Yeah, as much as I think that stuff was fairly tastefully and organically done in this movie, I don't know what it really added until we get to that part where Jon Hamm, who is fantastic in this movie, like I enjoy his performance throughout as a decent guy, and then as an unhinged antagonist.
Well,
because he does both so well.
Yeah. It's like Darling says, you don't want to see Buddy when he's angry.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point there's got to be like a name for the trope of Latina trying to sound tough and just being kind of cringy.
Maybe, I don't know.
I've seen it in like too many movies and shows at this point. Yeah, but that the only time I really felt that stuff paid off in the movie was when he says, "I'm going to take something away from you that you value the most," and then fucks up his hearing, which was, it's interesting that after we've heard the gunfire throughout the movie is mixed like really low. And then all of a sudden it treats it realistically. That was a bit weird.
I thought it was a nice
realistic though. It's I wish more movies not all movies for sure, because gunfights are fun, but I wish, occasionally we would see a bit more about just how loud guns are. Because I mean,
Right.
like a famous example in movie history is in, I think it was Terminator 2, where Linda Hamilton fires a gun in an elevator and gets like significant hearing damage just because of
Yeah.
how loud it was in an enclosed space.
Right.
So, a little more about the reality of that is nice to see alluded to now and then.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I think but the reason why the guns were so low for most of the movies because they're in sync with the music. That's a deliberate, directorial choice.
Yeah. Oh god, that was actually so annoying at some points where you can
Oh,
see
really?
like the cases flying out at different times from the beats. So it's like
Yeah.
they've just edited it in post,
Well,
but kind of sloppily.
actually, they didn't edit it in post. Well, especially for the.
Well, no, but having the sound of the gunshots to the music, like especially in
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
shootout just after
That's fair.
in the parking lot is where I noticed it most egregiously.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I guess I was specifically talking about. Oh my God,
Or like that sequence near the beginning when the stuff from the lyrics shows up in the world as he's going by, manically prancing around.
That's an interesting moment. I have a reading on talking about the.
Is it interesting? I found that annoying. I found all of his prancing annoying, and movie trying to tie the songs in quasi diegetic ways to be more of a gimmick than anything. I guess you could say it's a stylistic choice. If you reflexively enjoy it, then there's nothing wrong with that. But it didn't work for me.
Supposedly he did. It took them 28 takes to get that scene right.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But was it worth it?
I don't know. I like it. I don't know. Is it better than the bell bottom sequence? No, but it's okay. But that's what he framed this entire movie around. That song, the bell bottoms one. That was the original idea, and he was like, I don't. He was like, at first, he was like, again, just going off IMDb. Like he was like, I don't know where in the movie I'm going to put the bell bottoms sequence, and then he just was like, okay, right in the beginning, why not? And it works, I think.
Ex parte. What sequence is that? Because I remember the track, but I don't remember where in what sequence.
The bank robbery or whatever it was in the very beginning, the first scene we see him driving in.
Okay. I just saw the movie yesterday, so of course I don't remember it very well.
It was, well, it's the first scene, so it's the one furthest from your memory or something. But anyway, my original point was the arms dealer scene, with Paul Williams. I really like how the guns are in sync with the Tequila song. And like according to his interview in Rolling Stone, he specifically chose that 1996 version of Tequila because of the drum solo in the middle. He thought it would sound really cool in a movie, so that's kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, the movie does a lot of stuff that it thinks is fun or cool, but most of it doesn't work for me. Like I love Paul Williams more than the average person will. But the scene he was in, the whole cuts of meat corresponding to guns thing felt undercooked, if you will.
Okay.
I don't know. It didn't seem to serve a purpose or be all that fun, except for the parallel between they're cops and they're all talking about pigs.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But they were Kevin Spacey's cops.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. Like as far as character stuff goes, Kevin Spacey's character is I found by far the most fun and well written one in the movie. And
yeah.
I mean, it is also sort of just a Kevin Spacey with glasses character. Like,
Sure.
I would be surprised if it wasn't written with him in mind. I feel like he had to have been getting tired of like playing the same character. Well, then I guess James Spader's been playing the same guy for 40 years, so what do I know? Actors are built different.
And Jeff Goldblum and George Clooney. It's a type. It's a thing.
Well, Jeff Goldblum arguably is just playing Jeff Goldblum. Like even Christopher Walken gets more, diversity in his diet.
I had this watch up my ass for 20 years.
Yeah, he doesn't do that at all in The Dead Zone. It would have improved it tremendously.
Yeah, 0 ass watches. Yeah, 0 out of 10. Oh God. But yeah, like I don't know. My reading of the Harlem Shuffle sequence. Also, honestly, as a millennial, every time I hear that opening horn fanfare, I just think of it, being sampled in Jump Around by House of Pain, honestly.
It is iconic. It's
Yeah.
when it happens in the movie, it's like, okay, something is gonna go down. It's so dramatic.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. But anyway, I guess my reading of that scene is that it's like this is Baby's world. It reflects his music, his vibe. It's in the superficial ways in which he's in total control. And in reality, of course, he doesn't find his voice until the middle of the film. But like he feels good. He feels energetic, and that's reflected in his world around him. That's my interpretation anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It's many of the stylistic decisions of stuff like that in the movie, as I mentioned, didn't work for me.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if that's just because I'm a miserable asshole, but could be.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. If it just didn't, honestly, I don't. Maybe I don't know. Was this your first time watching the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe just.
I don't like movies. Have you not picked that up yet?
That's fair. No, I said I just meant like I don't know. Maybe try watching it again in a few years and see how it hits you. Because sometimes that happens to me.
Nah, people don't change.
Okay, fair enough.
As they say in every episode of House MD.
God, yeah. Oh, fun show though. But of course, John Bernthal's character Griff berates Baby, to Doc for being different, even asking if he's retarded. Ironic that John Hamm compares Baby to an infant because it's John Bernthal who's being childish, assuming someone is mentally disabled because they're an introvert is elementary school bully energy.
And that is something about the portrayal of criminals in this movie, which is
right.
I think the meat of what we can talk about here. But
absolutely,
the funny thing to me is that quoting from Wikipedia here, as all great scholars do, Bernthal believed criminals were too often stereotyped as incompetents in news media. Therefore, to prepare for his role, the actor consulted with real-life career criminals to get a better grasp on his character and the inner workings of organized crime. He said in an interview, "There's your idiots who hold up a place and get caught because they leave their wallet there. But there's mastermind criminals, and they all come in different shapes and sizes and different levels of intellect. I think there are people with real talent and people who take it enormously seriously, and those are the kinds of people I talk to." So, but based on his limited screen time in the movie, it seems like he just talked to childish assholes. Like the research he says he did is not reflected in the edit we got. I'll say, I don't know what other takes and versions exist, but we did just get a dumb asshole criminal in the end. I don't know. Is there any nuance that I missed about his portrayal, do you think?
No, honestly, I think I got the vibe that Edgar Wright just included his character so he could make the joke, at the end, of his last scene where he says, "Oh, if you don't see me again, it's because I'm dead." And then we learn that he was killed off screen. So yeah, I think that was the joke.
I missed that. That's that's subtle. That's good. I like the fact that most of our, criminal crew is very, low friction and professional, because being a rowdy, spastic asshole jerk is a good way to not get recommended for future jobs in any industry. So there is, some effort to show a diversity of, the criminal population. In particular, I thought Flea's character was fun. Although he doesn't, get much to do. It's fine. He's there as a fun flavor. But in particular, Jamie Foxx's character, like, how is this man getting rehired for jobs? Like, he just leaves death wherever he goes. He's careless.
Just fucking killing everyone.
And impulsive.
Yeah. Just a fucking just a nightmare of a human being. Yeah.
I self-identify as mentally ill. Stay
it's funny because I self-identify as a human meat grinder.
Yeah, let's grind.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you mentioned John Bernthal's research. Edgar Wright also did interviews a lot of criminals to get the flavor right. In fact, I don't know if you read this, but again, IMDb. Edgar Wright said that the "Knocking on Heaven's Door" as a Hex song came from a prisoner he interviewed who specifically said that was his Hex song. He would not listen to it ever. Specifically the Guns N' Roses version.
I mean, fair. It is kind of a mood killer.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, Hotel California.
Well, it fits. I wouldn't have guessed that was off script.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and maybe that's why John Hamm's sideways look when he says that was maybe that was.
I'd let John Hamm improvise as much as he wants to. I mean, this was like, what a cast,
right? Well, it's what I found kind of funny, and I won't talk about this too long. I promise. Just this one thing. I thought it was funny how much Edgar Wright gushes about working with Kevin Spacey, and then the Me Too thing happened the year after this.
He's a good actor. I mean, I don't think that was ever.
Yeah.
There was any contention about that.
In question, no. Right. No, he is a great actor. Yeah.
And yeah, probably a joy on set. Very professional, good at his craft, and people are complicated.
Yeah, fair.
Sometimes it turns out they're gay, and you can't really hold that against them, I guess.
Yeah, that was the problem. Oh, I love cognitive dissonance.
Okay, whatever. I'm still not sure how I felt about Ansel Elgort's performance, because it wouldn't surprise me if he was instructed to be kind of flat and neutral throughout. Because this came out 6 years after Drive, right? I have no idea how long the idea for Baby Driver had been gestating in Edgar Wright's fertile boy womb, but
he started it in the late 80s.
Yeah, so, but I do wonder how much it changed between when Drive came out and when shooting happened.
I think by 2011 it was totally done, but let me double check. I saw it in here somewhere, but it is in here. I remember reading it yesterday.
Yeah, it's down there somewhere. Have another look.
somehow that's not the only Big Lebowski reference that was going to come up. But well, maybe I shouldn't say that because I think I was. It's not totally relevant at all.
Oh, if you want another Big Lebowski tie-in, Flea also played one of the Nihilists. He just shows up like that, doesn't he? Wait, Ron Perlman was in Drive? Where?
Yeah, he was one of the baddies.
I don't remember that at all. All right.
In in the diner, when Monica gives her little fucking speech about how much of a badass Buddy is, who we talked about earlier. Jamie Foxx apparently also improvised the line. That's some Oscar shit right there.
Yeah, fair enough. I think we were all thinking it.
Yeah.
He was just brave enough to say it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Jamie Foxx is an Oscar winner, so he would know. Yeah, I know he was using it sarcastically. I don't. Yeah.
What do you win an Oscar for?
Silly.
Was it Stealth?
Ray. Ray. Yeah, it was Stealth. No, Ray Charles. Yeah.
That's Oscar bait though. That doesn't count.
No, okay, it was good. He did an incredible job, dude.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying it's Oscar bait.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Give that spicy Latina the role of Ray Charles, and I'm sure she'll give her Oscar too.
Sure. All right. Here it is. I found it. Edgar Wright started to work on this film in 1995, but didn't finish the script until 2011. So yeah. That's around the time Drive came out.
Yeah, Drive was the missing ingredient that he needed to complete his cinematic homunculus.
I don't think so.
Well, but I think there are certain parallels they made between the movies, don't you?
But I'm just saying I don't
being
think
the laconic protagonist whose actions speak louder than his words, who wants to protect the girl. It's all about the girl. It's still Hollywood,
Yeah. Well, okay, let's talk about Lily James' character for a second.
Do you think she's a good actor?
Deborah.
I think you cast her when you want
in this
Lily James performance. I think she was perfectly cast for this. Because she does that sort of long pause, trying to
she was good in Cinderella.
What's the word that's like ditzy but nice, like innocent, naive? I guess naive is the word I want. She does that naive romantic interest thing pretty well.
She's also played Pamela Anderson's.
Yeah, but who played Pamela Anderson's breasts? That's the credit I'm interested in.
They were prosthetic for that. I don't know why I know that, but I do. Reddit, honestly.
Or eyes.
Fucking cesspool. She was good in the Iron Claw too. She's good. She's a good actress. That was a wrestling one.
She's turned in the same sort of performance in all the things I've seen her in, including Downton Abbey.
Okay. Honestly, I haven't seen the show. For some reason, I've seen all the
movies. There's more than one.
I don't know why. Yeah, there's 2, I believe.
Huh.
And I've seen both for some fucking reason.
I feel like that's the sort of thing where you would want to see the show before the movie. I don't know. Did the movie make sense?
Yeah.
As a self-contained thing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it made sense. It did feel like I missed some stuff, but like it was, like I could get by without it.
Yeah.
Like it did feel like there was missing context. To be fair.
No surprise twists with characters that aren't set up.
Not really, from what I recall. Honestly, I don't remember the first one at all.
You don't what? You cut out.
And oh fuck. I don't remember much of the
That's
first
fair.
one
I saw the whole series and I don't remember too much about that either.
I
I remember it has an evil gay in it. That's about it. Oh, and a sexy Irish mechanic.
Honestly,
That's about it.
honestly, what that's fair. Every time I try to think about it, my brain just goes to the movie Gosford Park instead. Robert Altman, the Robert Altman movie Gosford Park, which is a great movie though. But it's got it's like the same kind of vibe. The like stuffy British royalty, and they're all but it's a murder mystery. It's not like just soapy. But yeah, I believe originally, according to IMDb, Edgar Wright wanted to originally set this film in L.A., but he ended up choosing Georgia, Atlanta, because it was cheaper. Um, and it was his first
Oh,
movie
I thought it
filmed in
was
the
just
States.
because he wanted to hear Ansel Elgort do a funny American accent.
It was because of tax subsidies. Georgia. They want you to
I know
do your
Georgia.
movies there.
I've eaten many a peach.
Georgia. Yeah, you're the king of rim jobs.
Uncontested.
Move over, Bill. Bill Clinton.
I'm the new Bubba.
All right, I'm gonna stop fucking around now. In the restaurant scene, Doc is seen talking to Big Boy of Outkast and Killer Mike of Run the Jewels. Okay, there's an interesting aside. I did want to briefly mention how fun it was that the movie is, essentially about music, and he did get a lot of musicians.
Is the movie
to
about
act in
music?
it.
The movie
Both
features
with-
music.
it's a theme.
If you take
Sure.
out the music, what changes about the plot? The characters.
The characters, definitely. The plot.
I don't think the characters.
A little bit,
You
but
only
yeah.
get the stupid
Okay.
stupid scene where they find his tape recorder.
You don't
The
like
fact that he's recording criminals and like I don't know, maybe he's retarded.
You don't like those kind of misunderstanding
They find the
scenes,
tape recorder.
right?
Why was he sloppy enough to just leave it around
I
after
said,
that point?
Shit. I said at that after that, at that point in the movie, he was already frazzled about bats, making a big deal about the Deborah stuff. So he was already a little off kilter. So maybe he wasn't as organized as he normally would have been.
But why he was recording them in the first place? I don't know.
He likes making music.
There's plenty of other stuff to record.
Surely you can relate.
Isn't there? Maybe don't record the violent criminals.
But that's what he. But that's where he spends most of his time. Right? What you know.
We don't really see where he spends most of his time. Does he spend it all hanging out with his foster dad? Or what? Like when he's not doing a job? Is he just doing jobs back to back all the time? Does he not have a life outside of that, before that?
Well, it's heavily implied in some of those early scenes that he does spend a lot of time, just chilling, watching movies with Joe, because we hear him quote every fucking movie that comes across the screen in that one sequence. The Little Rascals, It's Complicated, and the third one was of course Fight Club, and then later Monsters Inc. too, of course. Which was kind of funny because Pixar up to this point did not give R-rated movies permission to use their stuff at all. But that's why Pete Docter actually gets a special thanks in the end credits for this.
Who does?
Because he was the director of Monsters Inc. Pete Docter, the director of Monsters Inc. Because normally Disney didn't do that kind of shit.
I didn't know that, but I'd say this is a worthwhile exception, because when Kevin Spacey says, "Do not feed me lines from Monsters Inc.," it pisses me off. That's the first time I remember laughing out loud at a movie in a very long time.
Oh God, that's fair.
That's the sort of line I would
It is
want to
funny.
put in the movie.
God. I don't know. I really that's my thing though. I think Edgar Wright is a brilliant screenwriter. I think, he does a good job with, tone and balance and comedy especially. Like
I appreciate that his
for
humor
a while.
is often subtle, but also sometimes quite broad. Like I think Hot Fuzz is maybe the best example
Yeah.
of that. Which is fair because most people probably consider it his best movie. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, that or Shaun of the Dead, one of those two, Cornetto trilogy. But which is funny because I for a while my favorite was Zed, but just because I'm a hipster shit, I guess.
Was what?
But no, I really like it. I think it's The World's
Oh,
End,
I didn't think that
the
movie was very
sci-fi
good.
one, the last one. Oh, well, okay.
I found the VFX
I saw it in
distracting
the
for
theater in
one.
New York. Okay.
I'm nothing against
Well,
VFX unless they distract me.
so which one is your favorite?
Well, I mean,
Shaun of the Dead,
I
Hot
didn't
Fuzz?
really, I didn't get the appeal of Shaun of the Dead when I saw it. I don't know. I might have to rewatch it and embrace the
Okay.
meta-ness a bit
Oh,
more. But
definitely
like Hot
watch that.
Fuzz is,
Yeah.
such a solid movie that
Greater good.
it's got a bit of a stock plot, but
Yeah.
the characters are fun. It's just got a lot of fun scenes in it, and surprising amounts of violence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, the violence in that is very sharp.
Yeah, it's poignant.
Rip Timothy Dalton's chin.
I forgot Timothy Dalton's in it. He plays a good bad guy.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Well, he's the edgiest Bond, even edgier, I would argue, than Daniel Craig.
That's a high bar.
That's fair. But I think I could back it up, but obviously I'm not going to get into it.
I haven't seen what was he in?
The Living Daylights and
Why is his Wikipedia article formatted badly? Just give me his fucking filmography.
yeah, so The Living Daylights was the first
And then License to
Bond
Kill.
movie Timothy Dalton did. And License to Kill, that's right. Okay.
Is that the one with the awful surfing scene? Or is that the one with the invisible car?
No, you're thinking of the fucking Pierce
Oh
Brosnan.
yeah, I guess I am.
That's okay.
Everything after Sean Connery just blurs together for me.
Christmas Jones, my favorite scientist name.
Alf Edison, Dr. Jones.
All right. All right. Let's briefly get back to the last scene I was talking about, where Joe is flipping through the channels, and what's the of course that Edgar Wright sets that up as obviously Baby is going to quote all of these lines back to various characters at various points in the movie, sure, but there's another layer to it. I think that what part of the movie does it show fucking Fight Club? The scene where fucking Tyler Durden is telling Tyler Durden that he's a slave. Okay, spoiler for Fight Club, but you've seen it. He tells himself, in the form of his his persona, his hallucination, his whatever, that he's a slave to capitalism. In fact, it's right before that part of the movie, where he says, "How's that working out for you?" And it kind of relates to this though, because Baby's excited to have all that cash, but he's still a slave to the grind, and in this case, Doc. At least that was my takeaway. Of course, I like to read way too heavily into things, so your
Well, no,
mileage may vary.
I think in this case it's fair to read a certain amount into all of the references in the movie. Various coruscations of media.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of the point. It's Edgar Wright loves pop culture.
Yeah. And then he became pop culture. And then he ate himself.
The Edgar Wright Oral.
Yeah. If this is Edgar wrong, I don't want to be the other thing.
Silly.
So to get back to what I was talking about, it does make an effort to show a certain diversity in our cast of criminals. And yet, in the criminal world, you get all sorts, right? Because a lot of them are, well, some of them are opportunists, some of them are unlucky, but some of them are also just, people who don't really fit in easily anywhere else for any variety of reasons. And finding someone who likes to listen to music should not be as perplexing to these people as it is. And that's one of the reasons I liked Jon Hamm's character. It's because he's just like, he does a good job. It's not a problem. Whatever.
Well, see, that's interesting. Because I was actually, I said, I was actually going to talk about something related to that scene a little bit. So I'm glad you brought it up because I think it's pretty interesting to see there are two different levels of morality at this point. Like Jon Hamm is like, Buddy, Jason, whatever you want to call him, he is basically a sociopath at this point. But he's also trying to relate to Baby and share music with him. And they bond over.
Is he a sociopath? I don't know. He doesn't seem very sociopathic at all to me.
Okay, fair. Let's say he
has a code.
He's got rage.
Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Anyway, my point is, God, that he's trying to be friendly on this one level, whereas Baby is trying to improve himself as a person and get himself out of this life, but it keeps sucking him back in.
Well, it's got to be
just as soon as I'm out.
It's got to be nice for him to have his, skill set appreciated and rewarded, and it's nice to be needed, as they say. And it's sort of a shame that it's unfortunate how these criminal leaders such as Doc, they want you to enjoy their company, be their friend, but also I firmly control you. You are in my pocket. Don't do anything that I would dislike, or I'll cause you immense suffering. And it's a promise, not a threat. So that's always been such a weird duality to me. Like, how can you feel at ease with someone who is so completely in control of your life and destiny and everything you do?
You're destined to resent them no matter what. And he would become okay. Hold on. Let me fucking move my shit again. This doesn't go the way that normally goes in movies where that guy would become the antagonist, in this case Doc. It's more like he does have a heart at the end of the day, and he tries to even though Baby fucked up the whole operation, he still tries to help him out at the end after putting up
just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Yeah, and then of course he gets killed for his troubles. Rip.
Yeah, I feel like the overarching premise of the movie is that crime doesn't pay.
Yeah, but Fortress said that in 1985. So
yeah, I mean, crime certainly does pay for some people until it catches up to you. And being under the thumb of, in this case, it's personified in the Doc character, but of a system that, if you don't comply with it, will make itself an existential threat to you, is something anyone in the world can relate to. except for fucking Bhutan. There is also the dichotomy it presents between the morality of, say, the white collar criminal and the bank robber. The difference is where there's no battery, the difference is semantic. And the movie does make that point.
Yeah, it does. And then, of course, of course, there's Bat's line, when he's talking to, about Buddy, and he's like, oh, if you're Wall Street, you're a bigger crook than I could ever be. So, like, it does have a reading, or not even a reading, that's the text. Yeah.
Yes, but it's also, a piece of shit, dumbass crook saying that.
Yeah.
And yet it's true. Broken clock is right from time to time.
Exactly. Yeah, just because Bats is a piece of shit murderer doesn't mean that there isn't a little truth there. And of course, like in the previous scene where Jason and Monica are talking about the plans, and he just sounds like a completely, reckless dickhead when he's like, oh, we're going to go to Vegas and put it all on red. Yeah, do that. Let's see how it works out for you.
I mean, isn't that the American dream?
Yeah, to blow all your money in a casino. Let's do Lost in America at some point. That's a great movie with Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks. He was in Drive 2, wasn't he? Wow.
He was.
It's like poetry rhymes.
Yeah, he's one of the bad guys. Well, he's the main bad guy.
But is he a bad guy?
Just funny because, yes, in that movie, yeah, he's a fucking mob. Yeah.
Good for him.
He kills Bryan Cranston, and that's unforgivable.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to do
or
that.
Indirectly. No, big no. So, you didn't really like Paul Williams as the Butcher?
I am strongly predisposed to like Paul Williams wherever he shows up, but I didn't think that the writing for the character was compelling.
I mean, to be fair, whenever I see that scene and I hear him say, like use all the food metaphors, it just makes me fucking hungry.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but then you just said it. Wow, it's not the reading; it's in the text.
Yeah.
Damn. Life and art imitating each other in an endless Edgar Wright. I think, I do feel like that premise of the Butcher offering cuts of, arms. There's something there. It just wasn't developed. And then he just fucking dies.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's kind of a, just played for laughs, and also it's kind of a defining character moment for Bats because, like we see him, like just go completely off the rails and start fucking shooting them because to be fair, we do feel like he does have like good. All right.
It's a bank thing.
Did you rob them?
Not yet. Haven't found the right song.
Tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Yeah. What's your killer track? GS?
The Last 7 Minutes by Magma.
You could do a car chase to that song?
I would struggle not to.
God, I don't know what mine would be. Probably something fucking embarrassing, like Thunder Kiss 1965 or something.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Sounds made up.
Honestly. It's Rob Zombie. But anyway, as I was saying before, I think that scene in the butchery also serves as a like a defining character moment for Bats, and we do see a few times that he seemingly has pretty good people instincts, like he.
Well, he survived this long somehow, presumably, despite being a reckless jerk.
Psychopath.
And a bad guy who is a bad guy.
But also something I was mentioning earlier, a few things helped the script come together, though. Was, by the time, like The mid 2000s really helped him finish it, because the iPod came out. The Wright had he incorporated his childhood tinnitus into the baby's character, because he remembered that really bothered him as a kid. And of course he read Oliver Sacks's Musicophilia, which came out in 2007, and it explores the neuroscience of music, and that really helped him piece it together too. And that's all from the interview he did with Rolling Stone, that with David Fear, came out June 28th, 2017. So yeah, do you have any thoughts about that?
I don't really get what the big deal is about tinnitus, because I've experienced it. I guess some people are just more bothered by it. In fact, I had a great grandparent who had it quite badly, as I understand, and whose spouse was financially fortunate enough to be able to make large contributions to a research hospital that is looking into it. But I don't know. Okay. It's just ringing. Like, what's the problem? I don't get it.
Well, it's like, I'm sure it's worse for some people than others, but like it's a spectrum, like Spectrum cable or Spectrum trains.
Yeah. Well, it's 2026. Aren't we all on some sort of spectrum?
But yeah, like, okay, GS, you're the gun guy. Talk about the gun. Tell me about the gun.
I shoot all over Daddy's chest and make a big mess. Oh, sorry, no, that's my pistol, not my gun. One is for fighting and one is for fun. Are we going to talk about the USMC veteran Urada Ashes?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can get into that.
I thought his whole deal was the British filmmaker poking fun at American culture, like vigilante justice, and there's a gun behind every blade of grass, and he has an MP5K for some reason, because
yeah, funny.
Yeah,
like why the fuck does he have those guns?
Well, no, his service pistol makes sense. Like, that looks like a M18, but
right.
The MP5K is there because we need an action scene, and it's unexpected and fun, and you're not supposed to think about it too much.
Yeah.
He's just got it under the middle divider cushion in his fucking bucket seat. Like a nice jacked up Ford, by the way. Nice big truck. I'm sure you're not compensating for any shrinkage caused by inhaling toxic fumes during your 3 tours in the Middle East.
That's what the hazard pay is for.
Yeah.
Hazard pay for
this
small people.
Shrinkage is not service related. I'm so sorry. It's funny because hearing damage is actually one of the most commonly reported service related medical things.
That is an interesting connection. Yeah.
Yeah. He can hear evildoers wherever they are. He's Black Batman. Not to be confused with the other Batman, who is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Why are all the level-headed criminals in this movie the white ones? The Korean fucks up. The Latina runs her mouth. Maybe that's just a woman thing. And then there's Jamie Foxx. I don't know what his deal is.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but the reason why JD forgets his fucking shotgun. He's the only one not wearing a.
He's the only one not wearing a what? You cut out.
He's the only one not wearing a strap for some fucking reason. All the other ones have straps.
Well, it just wasn't a strap-on kind of night. I don't know.
For him. Well, also, we do see him being, stupid, ditzy, and like confusing Michael Myers with Mike Myers. Oh, and that's a little funny moment too, because the Damned song that's playing at that time, it has like a a little one of the lyrics is like I'm a mystery man or something like that. So it's a cute little moment, little reference, cheeky.
Yeah, that was a fun scene,
as the Brits would say.
Could probably do a whole documentary on the history of Halloween masks in movies.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the most famous one is William Shatner.
Yeah, well, Michael Myers, that's the reference in the movie.
So really,
yeah.
They should have asked for a William Shatner mask.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
They don't know anything about movies. They're not cool and attractive.
But okay, like briefly talking about my own childhood tinnitus, as a kid, I never understood why I got it, but as an adult, it just happened to happen after every time my parents argued loudly in front of me, went out to the garage, and then my ears. So yeah, I think that might have been a factor.
Nothing like that for me. It just happened whenever I wanted, and then it would eventually go away. So I didn't think about it too much.
Well, I did occasionally get it like that too, but it wasn't too bad. Like it was easy to for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, we may never know. Just one of those little mysteries. Is John Bernthal white?
Well,
that's also a mystery.
Yes. All right. Well, okay. So I've got a connection. You criticized the color palette of Sinners. How do you feel about the color palette of this one and how it changes as baby loses control? Like that was deliberate, according to IMDb.
I didn't really notice that exactly.
Okay.
The movie has different, looks when it is going for different moods. So that's
right.
The extent to which I was considering that, like in the barbecue shootout, it's kind of dark and gritty.
Yeah,
it's not a blurry mess like I'm used to seeing. Maybe that's because it was shot at least partly on film, so you get more of that contrast.
Yeah,
which helps a lot in dark scenes.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, that a lot of this was shot on film. Yeah, so speaking of the colors, I did love the of course the Brighton Rock Killer Track showdown where John Hamm is backlit by the blue console and he's glowing and that's so good. I love that shot.
Yeah, the blue and red, very cinematic.
Yeah,
like in a movie.
Absolutely. It is a movie.
Oh, I guess I would explain that.
So
I should have noticed that sooner.
What's that?
I'm retarded.
Something funny. I scrolled down to the bottom of the page, and it says, "See also Drive, 2011 action heist film with a fairly similar premise." To your point, but I maintain that those parts of the script were probably done before Drive even went into pre-production.
There's no way of knowing. Not even
that's again,
Edgar Wright knows because it could have been subconscious. Of course, we'll know if he says he's never seen or even heard of what is this Drive movie you're talking about.
But we know a British guy would never willingly rip off a Dane.
Yeah. Or vice versa. Everyone hates the British.
Yeah. But apparently Wright completed a script for a sequel. How would you feel about a sequel for this? What would it even be about? I guess the script is done, so we'll just have to see.
I don't know. I don't want a sequel.
Okay, well, it's happening. You don't have to see it. I won't make you.
I mean, it'll probably be fine. I just...
Yeah.
Where can you go with the character? Where do you need to go with the character? His story's pretty much done.
Please don't let it be a prequel. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
And how would they even do a prequel? They Kevin Spacey has been
Well, it wouldn't
thoroughly
have Kevin
canceled. They
Spacey
would
in it.
have to recast him,
Or they could use archival
maybe not.
footage. Who knows?
Yeah,
The CGI likeness of Kevin Spacey.
He would still get paid for that.
Well, I'm sure they can lawyer a way around that. Does he act anymore? Has he been permitted back into society?
He acts. This is very embarrassing. He did that. He does shit for like right wing media now because they don't give a shit. Like he's done stuff for like the Daily Wire and stuff.
He should probably just die.
Very sad. Sucks to suck.
Yeah. Rest in piss. Uneasily. Thrash.
Okay, so here are the movies he consciously draw inspiration from. Again, according to the same Rolling Stone article, Vanishing Point, American Graffiti, Point Break, Reservoir Dogs, and Heat. I get some of those. I haven't seen The Driver.
Wait, I zoned out. Can you say the list again? I think he goes
to Point Break for most of. Yeah, Vanishing Point from '71, American Graffiti, The Driver,